So before Football Focus here on BBC One, eating well doesn't need to cost a fortune.
How we eat and drink today reflects how we live. And these days, saving money is a priority. But the good news is that cheap eats can still be packed full of flavour. We're here to show you that whatever your budget, fantastic tasting food and drink is never out of reach. Michelin-starred pub landlord Tom Kerridge knows what he's talking about when it comes to creating delicious food on a shoestring.
This whole meal probably costs around about £2 a head in total.
Our drinks expert, Kate Goodman, shares her secrets for bagging a bargain when buying wine.
Spain is a great place to look for good value for money.
And restaurateur Tony Kittus champions an often overlooked ingredient that could save you a fortune on your shopping bill.
Eating well does not have to come at a price.
And I make a foolproof but delicious, inexpensive dessert. Welcome to a budget-busting food and drink. Cheap ingredients often just need a bit of good PR to sound attractive. Cheap doesn't particularly sound tasty, does it? Restaurateur Tony Kittus is a devotee of one ingredient that's tasty, versatile and fantastic value for money.
People tucking into food in a restaurant, then Tony reaching for a jazzy apron.
If you want good food, you've got to pay for it. Or at least that's what we are all led to believe. But actually, eating well does not have to come at a price. But as anybody from North Africa, Middle East and India would tell you, flavoursome, healthy and cheap meals are 10 a penny. And the ingredient that's at the heart of many of those cost-cutting dishes is the humble chickpea. If you are on a budget, I would definitely recommend dried chickpeas. They're cheap to buy, and once you soak them overnight, it gives you double the amount. Cheap they might be, but beige, bland and boring, believe me, they're not.
And they are good for you too. They are high in fiber, a great source of protein. They even reduce cholesterol.
It's not just the health benefit or their value for money that's made them the staple of choice of so many nationalities around the world. Despite being cheap, chickpeas taste great, and you can make all kinds of meals with them.
Falafel is one of the most popular chickpea dishes out there, even for breakfast.
People get surprised that we have chickpeas for breakfast. I love chickpeas for breakfast. 1.5 kilos of chickpeas, you can make about 150 pieces of falafel. This is a huge value for money. You can feed a whole family for 3 days.
A deep fat fryer than chickpeas on their own.
Even on their own, with a few key flavorings, chickpeas are delicious.
This particular dish, which is called musabbaha, it's a very simple dish. Boiled chickpeas, a little bit of lemon juice, a little bit of garlic, a little bit of cumin, salt. And this smells just amazing. I just can't wait to eat it. And we'll top it up with a dip made of tahina and yogurt. Not only chickpea you can make so many dishes with, but you can even use chickpeas for puddings. Chickpea milk pudding is probably the equivalent to the panna cotta that Italians have.
Ground down chickpeas or ground flour forms the basis of this delicious dessert.
It's a very cheap dish to make, and depending on the personal flavors and taste, you can have it with flavor it with either cinnamon or either orange blossom water or rose water. You can see the mixture is thickening up, and the flavors of the nuttiness of the chickpea and the cinnamon is coming out.
So don't underestimate the not-so-humble chickpea. Not only are they incredibly cheap, they are also surprisingly versatile.
Packed full of nutrition and fabulously flavorsome, for me, this ingredient is an integral part of some of the tastiest food you can eat. Underrated by some, I think it's time we all wake up to just how good chickpeas actually are.
Join us next time when I'll be teaming up with award-winning chef Richard Corrigan. Who said too many chefs? We'll be debating the future of family dinner time.
If we don't sit around a dining table, society will crumble.
And I'll be giving tapas a British twist.